I think it's a really good thing personally. To first off, for us to all of like to be able to recognize our process of going up and down the ladder, right? And the roll of the dice is just the context of life, whatever life gives you that day. You're gonna have a reaction up or down the ladder or down the slide. We also play Candyland in our house. We have Candyland and Sheets and Ladders. Do you know Candyland? Okay. So anyhow, I think it's a good thing. So we recognize the context and how that what that brings us to on our ladder, but we the fact that like we should be challenging ourselves. We should be in situations that challenge our capacity to tolerate whatever we're going through, and that's how we grow. I think that if we found a baseline and we just kind of stayed there and didn't feel challenge, I don't think we'd be growing. I think we have to have challenges to our on our nervous system level. We have to have that and keep trying new things to put ourselves in a position to like expand the capacity of what we can tolerate. Does that make sense? Yeah, I gotta interrupt myself just for a moment here to do this, basic YouTube thing. There is a like button right below the player. I would appreciate it if you took just a moment, tap that like button if you're liking this. There is also a subscribe button if you want to see more of what I'm putting out in the future. And comments are absolutely always appreciated. I'd love to know what you thought about this video. The way I frame it is that we have the window of tolerance. I don't see it, just personally, I don't see it as expanding it can expand if we can meet new challenges in life. And that might mean, so when we meet new challenges, doesn't mean that we meet it successfully. It means that we go through it and maybe that takes us out of the window of tolerance and we're dysregulated and we're frantic or we're panicky or whatever it is. But then we re-regulate, come back into the window of tolerance. And then we can kind of reflect on the experience. We can allow ourselves to feel it and let that stuff come up again if we need to, but then tolerate it. We can talk it out with somebody. We can receive support. And so that can help us build our tolerance. So the next time we are in that same situation or something similar, we might say, no, I've been here before. I can do this. Or I talked to that person that gave me wonderful advice and now I can handle this better. Or I have felt this before. I've meditated on it. I've let myself feel it again in a safe situation. And now I'm more prepared for this situation. So like I've shared in the past that I get panicky when I'm up high. And if I do nothing, that will not go away. Or that won't stop. So I do little things to help kind of expose myself to that potential dysregulation. So the next time, and I noticed that over time it gets easier and easier and easier. There are some things that would send me into like a mild panic, even going on like I'm really afraid of heights. I'm finding, at least when I'm in a car and driving. But if I can see over the edge, it freaks me out. And there are some on-ramps and off-ramps where I notice now, like, oh, I don't get freaked out anymore. I'm not even noticing this. So the little things that I do, they are helping. But I have to feel that dysregulation and expose myself to it in tolerable doses. That can be helpful. So instead of like going over the huge bridge, I'll ask my wife, hey, do you mind taking it over? Because I can't handle it. But as she drives, I can do some deep breathing. I can look over the edge. I can remind myself I'm safe. And I can kind of do that sort of exposure. So the next time that we're in a situation, I'm more likely to be able to handle that successfully. And I've noticed that that's kind of my process. And that's really helping.